Hey, this is JD of JD's Mancave, coming at you again tonight on a big old Saturday night. We want to thank y'all for tuning in. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Hello? I'm not sure either.
Things happen to good folks. Why do we seem to lose the people that we need most? Why I sin, why I hurt, why I'm saying that I love him when I'm rolling in the dirt? Why I gotta work 7 days a week? Don't they know I got church and plus I need some sleep? Man, I feel beat when the bills come. We can't pay them, so the phone rings, I'm hanging up. It's like I'm hanging from a noose, and the news on the TV got me singing the blues. What I'm supposed to do? I know the answer is there, but I'm just trying to find somebody who cares. Is anybody here? I need a real word. Without a real solution, I can be a real jerk. I'm feeling real hurt, and I don't know what to say. I guess it's time I bow my head to pray. I need you every day. I may not understand everything about the master's plan, but I know we're gonna be alright. I know we're gonna be alright. Alright, I won't have answers for everything I wanna know and more, that's for sure. We're gonna be alright, I know we're gonna be alright, we're gonna be alright. Well, now I'm making me.
Welcome to JD's Man Cave. As soon as JD and the co-host come out of mute, we're going to get into this fantastic show tonight and just really talk about what's going on location. We did a scholarship fundraiser today over at Ideal Barber Shop, and I know that the guys had a good time. So we're just waiting for them to unmute the phone and go ahead and get into the show tonight.
Every day I be lifting his name. Wake up the next day and I'm doing the same. 24/7, 365 for the rest of my life. Why you standing there looking at me like I done lost my mind? 'Cause I carry a radical praise on me, hard to find. Spreading it hood from hood to all mankind. 1 eye on the shot clock 'cause we're running out of time. To reach the blind, help the lost, lead souls back to Christ at any cost. I need Jesus like I need dental What you waiting for? Every day I be listening.
Hello? Hey, this is JD of JD's Mancave. We're live on location here at Ideal Barbershop at 7805 Cullen Boulevard here in Houston, Texas. And we've had a pleasant day here today. We were able to reach out and bless a young man who's getting ready to head to Blinn Junior College and be a basketball star for him. So we're just happy to be able to get together as black men and work together and get a goal achieved for this young man, because we reward foolishness all the time in our communities. We need to start rewarding kids who are doing the right thing. So that's why we're out here. We're out here at Ideal Barbershop, which is, like I said, located right here in the heart of Sunnyside, South Park, Texas. And I got my crew here, man. I got the owner of Ideal Barbershop standing in tonight because Steve Barber is not going to be with us. So we have Mr. Saron Ward that's going to be standing in. And like I said, he's the owner and proprietor of this establishment. So he'll be chiming in here and there. But right now, I have the regular Man Cave crew with me. Go ahead and check in, fellas. Hey, we got Big Red Joe.
What's up?
We got Reverend KJ.
Yeah.
We got our resident country boy, Ken Wayne here. Howdy, folks. And, of course, you got me, JD the Barber here. And we got Mr. Saron Ward standing in with us tonight. And like I said, we have a few topics that we like to talk about. But first, I want to have the young man who we had the fundraiser for say a couple of words and just talk about his expectations and how he feels about heading to college. So go ahead and give us a little word, little run about how you feel and how you think college is going to be for you. What you expect?
I'm just gonna stay focused, do my work, make sure I'm doing my work first. That's gonna be the most important.
Right.
Then basketball gonna come second.
Okay.
I'm still gonna be taking up on my family, taking up on the people who give.
Amen. But yeah, that's good, man. We you know, like I said, we are expecting great things out of you, and you should be expecting great things out of yourself, because so far you've done everything right. No need to get to college and mess it up. So just keep on the same straight and narrow and follow what's been getting you where you've gotten so far. So Reggie, we're gonna let you start off with tonight's first topic, and let's see what we're talking about.
Well, last week we was talking about suicide.
Yeah.
Last week we was talking about suicide, so I guess you can say you're on
teen suicide.
Suicide. Every time you're feeling depressed, there's always somebody you feel there's got to be somebody you can talk to. Whether it's your friend, your pastor, your mama, your daddy, cousins, brothers and sisters. It's too young to be thinking about taking your life. You got your whole life ahead of you.
Right.
Nothing is that bad, to make you want to just end your life.
Well, I look at it like this, Rich. I've always said suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Yeah.
Because once you do it, it's over. Ain't no coming back. Ain't no oops, do-overs, and you don't get that. Yeah. Ain't no do-over.
Ain't no issues on your birthday.
Exactly. That's it. Hey, look here.
And after a while,
that's gonna fade away then too. But see, the thing about it is, we have so many kids nowadays who deal with problems that they have no business having to deal with. And they are put in circumstances that they should not be put in at early age. So they make decisions like this out of the fact that they had to grow up too fast a lot of times. And like you say, they have nobody to talk to, nobody to confide in. They feel like their lives is over. I mean, then you got that aspect of the bullying and social media aspect that ties into a lot of this. So I just really don't understand bullying and social media bullying. And bro, we shot the dozens all the time in school, and we got talked about it and came back. You have to be a little stiffer in the game than what these kids are nowadays. But that's because a lot of kids are coddled by their parents, treated like little kids, not toughing them up, not teaching them the real life aspects of life. They want to raise their kids with sugar cream and beauty. Bro, my dad let me know, hey, man, the world ain't going to care nothing about you. You better get yourself together. So how you feel about that, KJ? What you think?
Well, first of all, I want to take a moment. Once again, I've known Saran Sr. for a minute. I would see his son around here a few times back together, but I would come up here to see y'all.
Right.
And one man to another brother, man, you've done a phenomenal job with this young man, bro. I can tell by the way he carries himself, the way he presents himself, the way he conducts himself, and that's an extension of you as a father. So one of those to another brother, I salute you, young man. You obviously seem like you got your head on your shoulders right. And remember these 4 faces right here. Whether it be something monetary or just some advice or whatever, man, by all means, if we feel compelled to reach out to one of us to do so.
Exactly.
Back to the topic that you was talking about.
Right.
I think one of the things that kids nowadays are at a disadvantage at, if all of us went to high school together, me, you, Reggie, and Kenny,
right,
we all ran together. And I got into a fight with somebody.
Right.
And he beat my tail.
Right.
For us back then, win, lose, or draw, it was over. We may fight again at some point.
Right.
But for the most part, it never escalated past that point.
After you get your Rocket Balboa on, you come back.
Nowadays, if a kid get his butt whooped,
yeah, exactly.
Everybody doing this.
Right.
So now it's all over social media.
Right.
Now it's all over the neighborhood. Now
Exactly.
it's on all y'all circle of friends' cell phones. And everybody, not just at Joseph, not just at Yates, but at Jones, at Madison, at Sterling, they all talking about it. So this kid that got his butt embarrassed has to relive this experience over and over and over. And honestly, just call it a spade. I don't think, for the most part, and there are some exceptions,
right,
but I don't think kids, for the most part, nowadays are as rigid and as stiff as we were back then.
Right.
Well, nowadays
kids are catering their lifestyles to how many likes you can get on Instagram, how many likes you can get on Facebook. Mm-hmm. But I don't worry about who likes me. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't like me, that's cool. I got somebody else I can go down there and play with or kick it with. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, these kids literally put up posts, and if so many people like it, they'll take it back down, and they feel heartbroken. I'm like, what?
I would like to say, hey, man, I ain't going to be your friend if you don't do something you do. Come on.
All right, cool.
That's what if you ain't in that crew, you ain't got to be my friend.
That's just how it was, man. But like you say,
go ahead. Really want with the suicide stuff, the people that said that video count. Even though we had one thing with kids don't have.
Right. Well, yeah.
Even though we did what we did, we took it to a certain level.
Right.
Nowadays, if you beat up kids now, you ain't gonna have them on videotape for them. Two, you're gonna come back and try to find the kids.
Right.
Them and the friends, they're gonna try to get back at you when you stop somebody else. Then they take the trip. They don't realize that your parents taking the trip with you.
Right.
So
exactly.
You're not just harming yourself.
Yeah, you're harming your entire family. Let me tell you something.
Suicide in the zone, so and you're not guaranteed to make it back from that shit.
That's right. And it's funny what you say, Kenway. Let me tell you something. I see some of these young kids, and I don't say nothing to them, bro, because I look at you and tell you're a serial killer. And your mama done raised a serial killer and don't know it. You would be surprised how many parents are raising kids that they scared of. And my daddy told me this a long time ago. He said, I ain't feeding nothing I'm scared of. So I was like, okay, well, I got to get my plate. Ain't no sense in me acting like I'm bad in this house. My daddy told me, he said, nigga, I ain't feeding. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that word. But I ain't feeding nothing that I'm scared of. That includes you, the dog, and everything else around his house. I'm trying to think about my dad is. But I was like, okay, well, I understand what you're saying.
I remember, it was, I know we all followed Vince Young when it was Madison, the Ultimate UT, and the pros or whatever.
I think that's his cousin right there. His first cousin.
Oh, yeah?
So Vince used to be in here all the time.
I met when I was in just the 3 unit. Vince Young's dad was over there with me. He looked exactly like Vince, just like him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he said to me, one of the things, and at the time, this was when Vincent was going through his struggles with
the Titans and all that. Right.
Well, just fishing and all that. Right. Yeah. And he said to me, the one thing that I hate the most about what he's dealing with now, he said Vincent's been so successful,
right,
so long. He said that he had a circle of people around him, the pastor of the church, his mama, and they basically kept him insulated from that person. He had to deal with it in the soul. He wasn't prepared. Right. I see that a lot of these kids nowadays, their parents insulated so much stuff. You reward ignorance. Kids coming on bringing these and that, but you buying them the latest Jordans. Yeah. Or you buying them $300 shirts. You reward their ignorance so they never follow so much. Right. They don't have to deal with it. Right. When they finally deal with it on the social with their peers, they're not prepared. Not prepared to handle it. I didn't know your dad, but I met him enough times to know he was a stiff dude. Right. Like I said, by the way, Reggie and Kenny Wayne talk, that their fathers or whatever significant male figure was in their life had the same profound impact on them. Oh, yeah, Paul. It was just certain standards that we like. And I just don't see. I don't know what I used to do when they came out like Seto. Yeah, Seto. Yeah, that was his grandfather. Roosevelt. Yeah, that was his name. Yeah, that was his grandfather, and his old man was Coach Shelby. Paul Shelby. That's Reggie's father. And he was a coach all the way up, all the way through. All the leagues around here in Southeast Houston. I played for the Bears, so you might have ran into him. I have a 12-year-old daughter, and she's always trying to be, everybody's friend. Right. And, so if she went to a school where they were just bullying the hell out of her. Right. I had to go up to the school and, talk to a couple of teachers and principals, to find out, hey, man, find out, hey, what's going on with this, And I talk to my daughter all the time to make sure that she's all right and depressed, and I give her, pointers on how to handle bullies, All right, So, I don't want my child to feel like she don't have nobody to talk to. Right. Nobody understands her, nobody likes her, because I don't see you in school people like you anyway. I don't see you in school people like you anyway. Right, exactly. You go there to learn. Exactly. But you can't let people get on your skin. I mean, I grew up in a household where, hey, man, my grandmother, man, she was rough. She talked about you pretty bad, man. You had a real thick skin. Yeah. She talked about you. She talked about your mama. You know what I'm saying? You sitting there listening, you can't say nothing back. So you had to take this. Right. So, when people say stuff to me, and you watch me, sometimes people say to me, I just don't even say nothing to them. But sometimes I get out, once we get going. Oh, you know how to go now. You know how to go. But everybody be talking about what do you think you are. I don't care if you look like the best of the man on the planet, the best of the woman. There's something about you that you're insecure about, and if somebody can touch your spot, you'll know how somebody feels. So, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't understand the bullying. Why women come out and feel, how you don't want to feel? Let me tell you something about kids, period, Reggie. We know it because we were kids at one time. Kids are cruel and brutally honest, period. But the thing about it is, I'm glad you said something about having somebody to talk to, somebody that they can lean on. See, the thing is, as a black community, we have gotten away from the village raising a kid. You got so many parents don't want nobody to say nothing to their child. Your child sitting there doing dead wrong, and you don't want me to say nothing to him because that's your baby. Well, I tell you what, you and your baby both pack up and get out my house. How about that? That's how we're going to handle that. But the thing is, we got to get back to the village to raise a child mentality because these kids have gotten out of hand. And like I said, these parents, you got parents who are parenting out of ignorance. They don't even want to parent themselves. So they sure don't know how to raise their child. These kids being raised by the internet, they've been raised by TV, they've been raised by radio, rap songs, and all. We had all that when we was kids, but we also had reality. Back in the day, when we made a friend, we had to go outside and play with him. I couldn't play with him in Nebraska on PlayStation. All my partners lived on my street. You know what I'm saying? We played hot ball,
kickball, any kind of ball we can play amongst each other. And we actually knew each other. We knew each other's parents. Our parents knew each other. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, these kids have so much of a disconnect that they really don't understand reality. And when they get out there in the world and reality kick them in their behind, they crumble like a cookie.
Not only that, man, when you get something on the neighborhood, hey, the news beat you home.
But look out there, you say, don't let bad news beat you home.
It was all on the wall.
All on the wall, baby. That's where I've been to face.
One lady I did, we call her Gladys Pratt. Hey, man, she was everybody's business.
Yeah.
The lady that I was telling y'all about earlier,
right.
That was his mom. She was one that she just sit on the porch and just watch everything.
Hey,
before I got to the house, it was,
bro,
I'm already
have nothing else to do. She might well.
How many of us back in the day, it was like a rite of passage on Saturdays? Saturday we watch Kung Fu Theater.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as it go out, you swear we wanted to find the vendors.
Oh yeah.
That was us socializing. We actually wanted to go out and ride bikes and go make shift go-karts and just walk around the neighborhood and go. Now these kids don't get a hell on a face-to-face basis. Like you said, they go to school. So by the time we get to high school, middle school, we've been out socializing and kicking. So why do I get that?
You're right. Look, let me tell you something. This is Joe. My mother knew that if she wanted to punish me, make me stay in the house. So when I got to a certain age, my mom would say, you want to stay in the house, you want to whoop it. I said, don't whoop me. I said, no whooping. Don't give me a whooping. I'm going back out the door. I am not going to be in this house with everybody else outside playing football, playing basketball.
One time I got put on front. Before that, a year and a half. Woo! They told me not to put my house on. When I get back to school, that's when I did about the top of that.
Yeah.
He would say,
You want to
a bad boy.
I mean, you got to I knew I was going to come, but I used to make my yard.
I used to make birds without my yard. They be in my yard.
Hey, I had the corner lot too. With the biggest yard. Hey, man, y'all get out my yard. If I can't come out there, I'll get out my yard.
You know what we're going to do? Not my feet on my granny. This guy outside on Thriller. Saying,
right.
Saying, Sesame Street, tapping the granny.
Right, that's the sign of the kid.
Yeah, Mancave. That's what we got.
My granny was a fish. If you lay in that yard, she's going to lose all her feet there before.
She's going to lose out everything.
So you run out to the convert, I have a hole in her. She's trying to get free. Everybody in the neighborhood believe to make keys.
Right.
What? Believe to make keys.
Yeah.
One thing about it, she had a little bit about it. From the drug addict to the man that was willing to do, to the her thing to speak was, I was walking to the first time. And she was like, how? And then we ring 2 to the day. 46 years later, it's still moving.
What?
Your life and right with the Lord. Your life turn.
What? Chaos. Confusion.
Every time I turn my back, that's just like, I want to know I was never paying again.
Right.
That one song by the drummer.
Oh, yeah. Who's it? DMX. That song you hear about your grandma. I heard.
I knew that song was on. I asked what she's doing. Sure. Yeah, that.
Right.
But I was a grandchild. I got out of school on the Friday, went home on the bus, one of my little week.
Right.
She got her Bible, I got my comic book show out of the bag. Baby cake, put it under my foot and get that cake bowl.
Right.
So if you touch that cake bowl in the backyard, somebody's coming in and they grass their thing.
Somebody got their grass things on their thing.
Yeah. And I'm listening to this thing because I feel like, but even now it's myself. I've been talking to my mother and my father. Like her.
Right. was a different relationship.
It was a different relationship. I go like 20-something years old. I go lay one of their deeds. Whatever they had to tell me,
just calm you down. They knew how to reach your spirit.
That's just like the wife.
Right.
That's what my dad knew too.
Right.
Yeah. I was at 1500.
Okay.
And where she stopped me, on the back down.
Yeah. There you go.
So the women in my life say it was the karma case.
Right.
My dad, my father, I love him to death, but from the 70s out there, like I was telling them today, you got 6 out. And my mother got that case. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
I was born in
Right.
so it's kind of like 17, 18-year-old man. Anyway,
No, they kids raising kids.
and that's still happening to this day.
Exactly. That's all
I thank God for them.
Right.
My big mama, my friend,
Took over. Yeah, they feel the gap.
they
feel the gap. And see, that and Kenny, what you're talking about is what I mean by we got to get back to the village raising the kids. Because, like I say, a lot of parents are parenting out of ignorance, so they don't know no better. They babies having the babies. You know what I'm saying? You got so many 17-year-old and 16-year-old mothers now, and you would best believe the dad is burned out because he ain't staying. He's gone. He's going to find him another game. Now, you pregnant, I'm going to find me another game. You know what I'm saying? And end up getting her pregnant, too.
I asked my daughter first when I got sick.
Uh-huh.
So what are you supposed to do? Oh, Jenny, you love it. That ain't no gas.
That's it. Yeah, that's gas. Get you a good poop. You won't even remember him tomorrow. That's right. You got to do poop real hard. Poop, make sure you ain't got to worry.
I need to learn with these ones.
Yeah, there it is.
I go back to them.
Look, and the thing about it, get away. Let me tell you something. Like I used to tell my niece when she was talking to us, I'm talking to my sister, right? I tell my niece, I say, y'all act like we was born grown. Yeah. We grew up, we did the same. Look, ain't nothing new you doing. We ain't gonna have to debate on the couch. The only thing new is the date. That's it. What you did, I used to tell my nephew, man, what you doing? I done that, bro. I thought I perfected it, but I didn't. I realized after I got my butt whooped by it or something bad happened to me, I hadn't perfected nothing. I'm trying to keep you from doing it and messing up doing it. I'm giving you the easy.
I saw a video Mancave did the other day. Mancave said, man, I'm at the airport going to do a show. And I'm 50 years old. But I like to dress fly. He said, I got on some J's, youngster gonna walk up to me talking about what you doing with them J's on old school. I said, when you was wearing J's, I got to tell you what's on, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't just started making shows in the 2010.
Look,
you was wearing J's.
They wear J's and they never seen George play a real game. Look, never seen him play a game. And then all they ever said was tape and film. And like I ain't seen that. Ain't just trying to go. I was saying the same like you just said. Ain't nothing y'all doing new under the sun. Nothing new, baby. Just the only thing changed was date on the couch. That's it.
My dad said me to this thing. We got my dad now. You don't raise the boy. We take the situation he went through. Give it to you.
Y'all just ain't give it to you. That is.
Like certain stuff I had. You let Pop remember when like my drink. I had got milk so good bad. I talked to him. First thing he said, remember Ron? I said, yeah. Remember Jesus? I said, yeah. I went down and spoke to the other.
All right.
He said, want to go out my tent? And now he said, you see, I had to.
Right.
You say, I'm telling you that.
Right.
Exactly. I'm going to take what you're doing. Whatever you're doing, you got a whole life to do. You got to give it to them. You drink it. Whatever on your mind ain't going to simplify to make you break on accident.
Right.
We just think about some of the stuff I done. Like I said, I grew up with. I see some of my stuff. My dad was always been a hard worker. Mm-hmm. He was retired. Oh, man.
that though. Right.
He paid the cost to be the boss.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like he said that, he helped the truck with his thing.
Right. Oh, yeah. Hey, man, look. I said, this is what I said. Hey, man, I don't know about that. Yeah, I need mine. I feel you, man. I ain't tripping.
But then he came back.
But he got in there, though.
Right.
He got on there with us, though.
We got this with what he said.
Oh, well, y'all had to sister solid over. Come over here and get that.
Well, that ain't about it.
Everybody, I'm not she started.
But man, what you talking about, Kenny, is exactly what I was saying. That you know, we have to understand that there's always a warning before destruction. You see what I'm saying? The Bible tells you that, and we have to get back to the responsibility of warning these kids. You know, tell them, even though, hey man, let me tell you something. Sometimes you may have to tell it to them 10 times in a row. They don't listen the first 9 times, but the 10th time you say it catch hold, and that catching hold can change and shift the entire atmosphere of that young man's or the young woman's life. You know what I'm saying? So we owe it to them as black men in our community to start back taking responsibility for our family, first of all, our own household, our families, and then our communities. And that's what was such a big part of what I wanted to do today with you guys. Now, like I said, I want to tell y'all I appreciate y'all, brother, coming out of the Mancave, showed up and showed out today. But this young man right here is, I mean, I know it's corny, they say the children are our future, but this young man here is the future of our community, man. One day he going to have kids. He going to have a wife. He going to have a house note, car notes. He going to, hopefully he don't have a house note. Hopefully he buy one cash. And car cash. You know what I'm saying? We going to speak that in his life. Yeah, we're going to speak that in his life. But hopefully, good Lord willing, he going to have all the things that we want him to have. But there are so many kids who didn't have a Saron Ward Sr. as a father and guide him. So they was all over the place. This young man been just like that, straight down the road, middle of the road ever since I know him. Always respectable, always well-mannered, always on his feet because his daddy didn't accept no bad grades. You see what I'm saying? Daddy didn't play that. You ain't going to have no disrespect in my house, none of that. Clothes always presentable, looking neat, nice. Yeah, so all of that, I say, is a reflection of who his father is. You see what I'm saying? So we have to understand that some kids don't have the luxury of a Saron Ward scene in their household. They don't even have uncles that will take this out. Their uncles too doped up and high and too messed up. Let's just be honest with our community, man. Black men have been running from responsibility since the Garden of Eden, brother. Since Adam said, it's this woman you gave me that made me mess up. You got no responsibility. God told you, first of all, don't eat that apple. So just because she told you to eat the apple and God told you don't, you're going to blame it on her because you ate it? The ultimate responsibility is in us. You see what I'm saying? And we've been running from and diverting and making excuses instead of making plans and making solutions. We make excuses. And we got to stop that. We got to get that in our spirit that I'm not. I tell you, man, I hate to give my wife and my kids an excuse, brother. It hurts my heart to give them, so I don't do it. Now, I will say, hold on, give me a minute, let me think about it and try to figure it out. But if you need it done, I'm going to find a way to make it out. But that comes with responsibility that you have to be ready to foster and take on. See what I'm saying? And like I say, so many times, we just rather come up with an excuse. Like Reggie got 3 little kids at home. He can't come up with no excuse. They don't understand why there ain't no bread and sandwiches and stuff on the table. Why I can't go in there and make me a sandwich out of the refrigerator? He can't come up with an excuse. But guess what he do have to come up with? A solution. But that makes you grown and makes you responsible for what you have created.
They didn't have to come here.
Exactly. There you go. I like what you said. Them kids didn't have to come here. So since you did what it took to get them here, man, take care of them babies, man. All the way through. Not this man 18, his daddy still ain't through raising. You see what I'm saying? Young man, 18 years old, get ready to go to college. He ain't grown yet. His dad still got some raising to do with him. But the thing is, what's so beautiful about him is because of the way he was raised, he adheres to his father raising him. You know, so many kids are so disrespectful and hate authority that they won't even listen to you trying to tell them. And how can a kid learn and he won't even listen?
Excuse me, y'all, bear with me, man. I apologize for you. But I got to burn off, man. They can't find my lead.
Hold on. That's why we're going to pray, brother.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot on Sunfield right now. I'm going to go off. Check my biological system.
That's all right. That's all right. Hey, that's family. That's all right.
Excuse me, y'all. Listen myself. Man, yeah, we have I ain't done this before, man. Like I said, my sister's song, man.
That's all right. I love this, man. All right, that's Reverend KJ, y'all signing off. Got a family emergency. We got to take care of family first, baby. But, well, yeah, sometimes see that. But if you have any insight on this, Ron, go ahead. I'd like to hear you, your point of view on the situation.
All right, well, first off, I want to thank God for everything because without him, nothing is possible.
Amen.
And through him, everything is possible.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So this day was made by him, by all our hearts put together. Brotherly love did this. You know what I'm saying? The love of God did this.
Yes.
So, I made a shout out on Facebook, my heart outreach, and my brother, the big brother that's not blood, came to me and was like, "Hey man, I heard you reach out. I want to do something, man, because I see what you're doing." So the love of him and his decision making, because life is about decision making. You know what I'm saying? So his decision making, hey man, let me and my brothers who also love him come help you in your love. So I said, well, shoot, man, yeah, because I need all the help I can use with my love. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
thank God that, you know, my son is good and he listens, you know, and because his decision making made him to be to where we are right now, to where they think is me, and it's not me. It's him and his decision making.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just want to thank God, thank everybody. You know what I'm saying, JD, especially you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You always been. You know what I'm saying? Ever since he been coming, and I thank you. It's my first time meeting you, Wayne, right? Kenny Wayne. Okay.
Yeah. But bro, let me tell you something, man. Because of the job that I saw you, you know, I've been knowing this young man since he was about 9 or 10 years old, and I saw the work that you put in and the time you spent with your son, and him, you know, influencing him. You know, you may not have known you was influencing, but you were. But to be an example that you have been in his life, there's nowhere in the world I was going to let y'all, when you reach out, I wasn't going to reach back, you know what I'm saying, and not help this young man that I watched grow up and become the young man who he is today. There was no way I couldn't sleep, you know what I'm saying? So the first thing out of my mouth was, hey, man, let me get my fellas together, and we're going to come up here and do something for your son and put something in his pocket and reward his hard work. See, because the thing about kids is you have to understand that there's two things you have to teach kids: consequences to their actions, and teach them that we reward good deeds. You see what I'm saying? A child without consequences is a dangerous child. A child who does good and does not get rewarded for it is another dangerous child. So I wanted to make sure that he understood that because you have done everything that you're supposed to do and you are on the right track, we're going to help you on this track. You ain't on this track by yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to show up for a fight if you got 10 people with you than to show up by yourself and don't know, you know, ain't nothing but my skill. But you got 10 people with you now. Hey, man, what you got? What you say? You know what I'm saying? You get real bad when you got 10 with you. And I want him to have that in his spirit while he at school. Oh, I got a team with me, baby. What? Bring it on. I can handle it. And if I can't handle it, I can call my boys. And they're going to look out for him. That's how I want him to feel when he in way away from school. When you can't put your eyes on him. I can't put my eyes on him. But that's in his spirit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And when that's in his spirit, he'll walk in that boldness and that manliness that he's supposed to. And he won't even look like a victim. You know what I'm saying? And people don't pick on people that don't look like victims. If you walk in there with your chest stuck out your head, oh no, he ain't gonna leave the win no more. Leave him alone. Yeah. You know, that's how I want him to feel when he on camera.
Right.
Be the man that you called to be. Yeah. You know, like I tell him all the time, we expect great things out of you. But it's most important that you expect great things out of yourself first. See what I'm saying? So what I told him, when you and I gone, he still got to live with himself.
That's right.
And he the last person you want to let down.
That's right.
So that's why we do what we do, man. That's it, man. I mean, there's nothing but love for y'all. Like I told him, you got a bigger family now after the day. Absolutely. And all you got to do is call on us, man. We got to get back to that village to take care of these kids, man.
Right.
But like Reggie just said a minute ago, they didn't ask to come here. It's our responsibility. And we got to quit running from it.
That's right.
Well, you know, I was never one to shy away from different people, always different people.
Right. Of course.
Wrong people. No, sometimes it backfires, but it can never stop me.
Yeah, it never stop me, regardless.
You know, I realized what it was like when I was in school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't have to be worried about, hey, man, I don't have the money to wash my clothes. You know, I need to get some for this project. I don't have the money to, some for
a project. For a project.
That's something that I know when I was in school, that's the stuff that I was worried about. Because I was on scholarship, but scholarship ain't paid for everything.
Everything, right.
My grandfather, he would help me when he could, but he was also trying to take care of the family down here. My dad, he couldn't help. My mom couldn't help.
Right.
I just grew up in a poor situation. I ain't really consider myself poor, but I knew he was poor.
Right.
So I always had a roof over my head. I always had food in my mouth and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't think of it as being poor.
Right, exactly. Because you weren't hungry.
And I always had support.
Right, exactly.
And my mama couldn't feed me. I knew my grandparents could feed.
Right.
My auntie could feed. I mean, it was just always that type of situation.
That's what it is.
So, that's why when you call me and told me, I was like, hey, man, I really don't have any money right now. You know what I'm saying? But I can try to do something.
Exactly. Hey, look, this is what he told me. This no lie. He said, man, my household, we kind of struggling right now. I really don't have the money to donate, to buy stuff. He said, but you got all my time. You need me to come barbecue, whatever you need me to do. Help you load up, whatever, And he held up to it. He did it. When he said that, Ron, I told him, I said, look here, bro, let me tell you something. There is nothing wrong with that. I said, your time is enough for me. I said, the rest of it, God will take care of. I tell people this all the time. There's 2 prayers that I pray every morning, Ron. I ask God for discernment, and that's in everything. Now, people don't understand when you say discernment, that means I want to know who I'm supposed to fool with, who I'm not supposed to, who I'm supposed to let in, who I'm not supposed to let in, how I'm supposed to govern myself in business, and all affairs. That's my discernment. And the second thing is supply my daily bread. That's it. And you understand your daily bread is whatever you need that day, whatever your household needs, that's your daily bread. So I trust God that my day, that's why I don't worry about nothing. I had a whole lot more money and was able to do less with it. You see what I'm saying? Because I wasn't following the word of God. But because I follow God's word, I have less money, and it looked like I do more with it. See what I'm saying? I be like, where did that come from? How did that happen? What is the deal? How did that deal get? Oh, well, we got that. My wife would be like, oh, we got that money over there. I'm like, what? Where did it come from? Oh, well, so-and-so sent that in, and because we did this a month ago, they paid us. I'm like, I didn't even remember that. Yeah. But that's God supplying your daily bread. Right. God knows exactly what your household needs in order to function. Right. So that's why I tell people so much. You got to stay prayed up. You got to be diligent with it. You can't lack. And I tell people all the time, and I'm gonna tell you this, Ron. I want you while you're at school, remember who you are and who you are. And what that means is you are a child of God, the Most High. There is nothing that your Father God can't do for you. When you tough times and ain't nobody there, and you can't reach one of us or your daddy, and he's busy and he can't get to you, you can always get on your knees and pray. You see what I'm saying? Because that opens up doors and blessings pour out that you ain't even got room enough to receive. But you just got to be diligent with it and do, be a man of integrity and do what, God's word. Get that Bible, read it. Just as much you read them school books, you need to read that Bible too, baby. But you got to get in the word and understand the word and meditate and pray on it daily. But that'll get you through a lot of dark times that neither one of us will be there for. But let me tell you something about God. He always there, and he hears you. You know what I'm saying? He hears you. And the thing about it is, the closer you get to him, you'll start hearing him too. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. What you think, Kid and Wayne?
Right on.
Amen.
As long as you stay prayed up, try to shy away to the friends wise.
Right.
So,
but everybody ain't your friend in school, I promise. You got a lot of get over type cats. Yeah. And you want to be able to.
That's what I'm saying about you down there. Take your time. Look at where you get. Like you said, know who you are, who you belong to, where you going. Where you come from, where you going. You got your plan, you got to do what you want to do. Or that's dying finish your plan.
Yeah.
You might have a word down.
Oh, yeah, they all them. You still have that power.
Say, this kind of means that. No problem.
No problem.
You stand short, stay from the fear. But once that happens, me and the boys want to lose focus. Yeah, you lose focus. Well, this is what we lose focus on our agenda, for real. Yeah. So, keep your mind down. I ain't better not go down. What I'm saying is, you got to focus on the goal, your mission. That way, you start out where you starting out. You pick up the goal for real. Keep that standing attitude. But even if you don't make the go to the back of the dash in school, if you need to change the right. So that's another basketball that you got there. You got your players coming out of the born stage, coming to the born stage, come back to find a job.
Someone with the word. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Had to go straight to word. Yeah. But they had circumstances that didn't line up for them to go to school. Yeah, I had a lot of buddies that I played football with in high school that their circumstances just didn't line up. And they were great players. Yeah. But that's why I like what you said about the blessing that God has given them with this opportunity. And the thing about it is, he's going to be opened up to some things that he never even imagined right now. You know what I'm saying? So fast. And the thing about it is, like Kenny was saying, you want to have a plan before you even step on that campus, and have an agenda. You could. Let me tell you something about. I learned a while back. I thank my wife for it, because my wife is one of those type of people who writes down everything that she has planned, that she wants to do, and she checks it off. And it's amazing to me that the stuff she writes down and plan, it gets done. You see what I'm saying? And she checks it off and tell me, hey, well, we took care of it already. I didn't even know we were supposed to take care of that. She said, yeah, I had wrote that down that we was going to do this month. I was like, okay, cool. But that taught me that you have to write down and have a vision, like they call a vision board, of what you want to do with your life and where you see yourself in the next year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever. And have a plan, because I was also told a long time ago by a coach, if you fail to plan, you can plan to fail. I was like, what? So, yeah, if you come here and don't have no plan on how we going to get this done, you might well understand that you already going to fail. Because you got to have a plan. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, there's going to be so many pitfalls and snakes in the grass. You got to keep the grass cut low, too, so you can see the snakes coming at you. But there's going to be so many pitfalls out there. You just got to understand and walk around a little bit. But turn back the other way. You know? Which is one of the only advice I can give you is don't quit. Because even when things it seems like there's just nothing you can do, always a solution. And, you never know. If you're trying to do something and then you quit right before you were about to succeed, you never know that next time you did, you probably would succeed. Right. You never know. It might look overwhelming, but it starts with a single step. Exactly. One step, and you just keep stepping. Keep stepping. Eventually you get there. Right? You don't think you look 100 miles away. You're like, man, that's a long
I don't think I can do this. But if you start with one step and just keep on stepping, eventually you'll get there. I mean, that's the way I live my life now. I know I'm going to get there, and I try to instill it in my own daughter.
Right? And so many people, really, like you're saying, don't quit. Because a lot of times it's
easy to quit.
Exactly. That's the easy thing to do. And the thing about quitting is you always have that what if, and you don't want to live your life with what if. And the thing about it is a lot of people quit right before the breakthrough. If you just push a little faster, a little harder, a little more, maybe tomorrow if you got up and did the same thing you did the day before and failed, it'll work today. You know what I'm saying? But because you quit, you'll never know. And you, like I said, there are a lot of disappointments that I can look back on and think, man, what if I, and I don't want to see that for you. I tell my wife nowadays, I'm 51 years old, and I tell my wife this all the time, Kenny. I'm gonna say it to you. Because you have a wife too, and home, and Reggie, you got one too. I tell my wife this all the time. I say, man, let me tell you something. Whatever is in your imagination, God put on your heart to do it, let's do it. I say, because we want to put this life out. When we get to the end, we don't want to have nothing left. Leave it. Look, the coach, what they used to tell us, leave it out on the field. Yeah. When our coaches say, when you come off this field, I want you almost crawling back to the locker room. That way they know you gave everything you had. You crawl back. Yeah, but that's how you want to live life. You look, if you can't get there walking and you fall to your knees because you're tired, then crawl. You see what I'm saying? Crawl and get there. If you can't crawl, then scoot. But you try, keep going the direction that you have planned for yourself, and you will see that things will come easier, and it won't be so hard to get it done no more. And it becomes a habit. You know what I'm saying? Winning becomes, just like losing becomes a habit, winning becomes a habit too, bro.
Yeah, but losing is just a learning. Exactly. You learn from your mistakes, you know what I'm saying? When you lose, you learn. So you won't make that mistake again. I mean, we could have quit today. You was raining outside, it's raining, it looked like you was going to get no better, but eventually people started popping up. All of me is gone. Yeah. So, I look at it as a success, because hey, man, it's going to look like this.
Let's not worry about it. But I never go to another thing. I want him to hear this word and put it in your spirit. Commitment. You have to commit to whatever your plan is. Let me tell you something. If you go all out for what your plan is, can't nobody stop you, baby. A commitment, let me tell you what a commitment is. Somebody say, hey, man, you can't get that done. You say, no. I'm going to do it. I ain't listening to you.
There's going to be somebody that
they call them people haters. Yeah, they ain't got your best interest at heart. And I tell my wife this all the time because she's had bouts where she wants to stop doing what she's been doing. You know what I'm saying? And I tell her, I say, baby, let me tell you something. And I'm going to tell it to you, too. It is your responsibility to keep those dreams alive. There's going to be some days when you wake up, look over there, and guess what your dream's going to be doing? Laying on the floor, gasping for air. But guess what? If your dream is your dream, guess what you're willing to do? Jump down there on the floor on your knees and start pumping and doing CPR and revitalizing your dream. Because you don't want it to die. You refuse to let if you got to pump all night long on the chest and blow in the mouth of your dream to make sure it's up in the morning and ready to go, then that's what you're willing to do. And when you got that kind of spirit in you, can't nobody stop you, bro. You are unstoppable. People gonna be scared of you because they don't understand you. Why you ain't quit? Because I ain't no quitter. That's why I ain't quit. You see what I'm saying? That's what I got told about. She get mad. Right, exactly. And once she made that say something. Right. It's one of their stuff that still I'm gonna just continue making that why. I said it'll be just like grab them on, take the pole off. Right, take the pole, exactly. So there's some bestseller. Right. Exactly. Then don't stop. You supposed to make a hit of them and get rid of them as you can. If you stop them all, that's cool, but don't stop that. Yeah. When you and look, that goes to another thing that I'm glad you mentioned that, Kenny. At your age, little one, I want you to not be scared of trying anything. Because let me tell you what I don't want in your spirit. I can't. How you know you can't if you ain't never even tried it? You see what I'm saying? And the thing is, right now, at your age, it's all right to make a mistake. Because you ain't got no kids to worry about feeding. If you make a mistake, it's just you. See what I'm saying? So you try everything because you never know what's going to be your niche. Your plan is, I want to play basketball. I want to be there. But that might not be God's plan for you. God's plan might be for you to be a great architect and create buildings and make millions off of that. That may be his plan. And you know, they told me a long time ago, if you ever want to make God laugh, tell him your plan. And watch him laugh. He's going to be like, oh, yeah, really? That ain't what I got for you. You know, because we tend to minimize God. You see what I'm saying? We figure I'm only entitled to this, or I can only do this with my life or whatever. But God said if you come to him, he'll be, measured unseen. Okay. And the thing is, you'll end up doing something that you never had in your mind. But God got that plan for you. That's what's going to be your life. So again, we're here, JD's Man Cave. We're talking to Saron Ward Sr. and Saron Ward Jr. Saron Ward Jr., who's on his way to Blinn College, and we were able to bless him today with a monetary scholarship that he's going to be able to take with him to Blinn and help forward his education. And he got a group of men standing behind him now, made his family a little bit bigger. So we want to thank God for the day and the fact that the rain ceased and we were able to bless this young man. So we'll go ahead and sign off right now. This is JD's Man Cave sign off. Big Red Joe, I'm going to let you sign off first, bro.
Yeah, this is Big Red Joe. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to say, I appreciate y'all, inviting me into this endeavor because it's something I like to do with help people.
Right.
You never can go wrong when you're doing this thing.
Love the opportunity to help. Amen. Kenny Wayne, it's on you, baby. Our resident country boy.
Kenny Wayne, I had a blast and glad to come in for us, like, stay strong, stay prayed up. Watch out for the snakes and fish box.
Amen. And again, this is your boy, JD the Barber. And we appreciate y'all tuning in, and we'll see y'all again next week, next Saturday at 7 o'clock. And we look forward to seeing you and hearing the topics that you have for us. Thank you.
Clothes will make you happy. Money won't make you happy. Power, fame, prestige are good, but truly won't make you happy because they're temporary. And what you want is forever eternal happy. Streets of gold and mansion happy. The day you see Jesus' face at heaven's gates forever happy. See, it's time to find you happy. And let me tell you how. Remember what I say here and now, and know that.